Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back. It's the final hour of trading. Monday, October 31st, the last day of October, 2022, and it's been a bizarre day. Look at the GameStop shares. Are you kidding me?
October.
2022. We've had an unbelievable run here today. The old GameStop shares. They started off the day at 31.22, which is bizarre because they were in the 28s on Friday or 27th. Then they went up to 34.95 in like 15 minutes. 34.95. I mean, ridiculously. This is crazy. This is crazy. And then from there, straight down back to that 31 level, 32 level, and then we reached where we are kind of now. We were at 27.91 just a little while ago. We're at 28.29. I mean, holy moly, macaroni. We were in the red. We're only up 12 cents right now. We were negative 10, 20 cents. Unbelievable. 22.4 million volume. This is probably the heaviest trading day for GameStop shares since they split. I'm trying to think. Right after they split 4-for-1, did we even trade 20 million like one time? I know that we have done, nothing in volumes when you think about it. I mean, 22 million here is like 5.5 million pre-split, and 5.5 million a year ago, 6 months ago. I would have looked at you and said 5.5 million. Well, it's a mediocre day. It's not like light, but it's not heavy. Because heavy's got to be 20 million pre-split. That's got to be 80 million now. That's heavy. We're not going to be anywhere near that. We're still light. We're still relatively light on the trading side. It's just unbelievable. And hence why, with only 22 million traded instead of 60, 70, 80 million, you're not going to hold 34.99. There's no way you're going to hold that kind of price. Too many people are going to go, no, I'll take that money. I think I can buy them back if I want to get them back. And sure enough, it gave up the run, and here we are, 28.29 right now. Unbelievable. The Dow is down 132 points. We really haven't had much of a mega range today. The low was 32,586, and the high is 32,883. So it's about a 300-point range today on a 32,800-point index. I mean, it's a nothing burger day. And we're down 137 to 32,725. We're kind of somewhere in the middle here. There just isn't a lot going on. I will say this though. We were up 800 plus points on Friday, and we're down 132 now. So we're not bringing the buying in that came in on Friday all day long. That isn't happening. Might be a new week and all, but there is no pent-up demand over the weekend dying to get into this market, because I suspect that folks who read up on the stock market all weekend long, thought about it, kind of realized, well, we've had a good week or two here. Maybe I'll pause a little, and if there's a couple of bargains that show up, I might get in. And sure enough, we've been negative on Amazon all day. We're down 135. Netflix is down 492 to 290.80. It's been down pretty well all day. Tesla got into the green, like just barely. It's down 60 cents right now. Apple down 260. I think we've been negative all day on Apple. SoFi was as high today as 567. Got up to 567. We're at 538 now. We're 30 cents lower from the high. We're down 7 on the day on 42 million. An average volume day. Earnings tomorrow morning before the bell. HPQ has been negative all day. 27.70 right now, down 35 cents. Rocket Lab down 3 cents. Moderna down 80 cents at $150. 23andMe down 4.5 cents to 311.5. Matterport is down 8.5 cents at 349.5. ATIP is at 108.5. At one point today, ATIP hit 114.9. Almost traded at $1.15 today. That was around noon today. ATIP volume 259,000, quite quiet. 108.5, up 5.5 cents today. Smart Rent is up now 9.5 cents at 278.5. Spire is up 2 pennies to $1.45. We're not letting go of this 140 range. Kind of nice to see that. I mean, this is the last month on your Spire. Look at that chart. We're down here, and there's the bottom. Look at that run up. Not giving it back. Good stuff. Keep it coming, Spire. You can go higher. Sextera down 21 cents to 240. Here's your last month in Sextera. That you think that's bad? Here's your last 3 months on Sextera. $13 down to 240. I'm going to guess that maybe their attempted plan to be bought up by somebody else didn't work. And so, no buyers. And so they got to plug along with what they've got. They got cash in the bank. I don't even know if they lose money. If they do, it's not a lot. Running these data farms, I think they'll make money, but I don't know. Maybe they have to merge with somebody, or they have to they have to acquire a couple smaller companies and become larger. I don't know what their plan is. They don't call me. They can reach out to me. My email address is right down below. They could talk to me. Say, Bruce, we'd love to bring the CEO onto your show. You can interview him live and talk to your viewers with them. I'd be happy with that. Any public company that we talk about, you want to do that? Let me know. I'm here. I'm right here. You can't miss me. I'm right here. Bed Bath & Beyond down 1.5 cents. Pfizer down 78 today. Boeing down 69.70 cents. Cisco is off 18. Home Depot down $2.50. Carvana down 74 cents. Robinhood up 28. Vanik Semiconductors is up $3.14. IBM is down. Sorry, let me repeat that on Vanik Semiconductors. The symbol SMH. We're down 3.14. IBM is negative 46 cents. Microsoft down 3.47. Goldman Sachs been up pretty well all day, holding a 288 gain. Google is down 204. Meta, which is Facebook, $92.98, down 6.21. This is the lowest range of the last 52 weeks, if not years. The market cap on Facebook right now is $246 billion. This was 1.1 trillion last year. This is a 75% haircut. Not just SPACs go down in value, others as well. Very interesting how that has performed. BlackBerry up 20 cents. Royal Caribbean up $1. Costco down 9.30. Walmart unchanged. Nvidia down $3. Disney down 44 cents. American Airlines 14.16, up 16 cents. There you go. But the big story, the market, the Dow down 154. S&P down 33, NASDAQ down 128. NASDAQ is 1.18% lower. The Dow is 0.50 lower. It's not even half the drop rate of NASDAQ. So the Dow should be down 350 to 400 points if it were to match NASDAQ's performance today. So there's downside pressure there. Oil down 147 a barrel, 86.43. Now, the question I have is, did any of you guys sell some calls this morning on GameStop when GameStop was approaching $35 a share? Did any of you guys get calls off at 30 when it was 33, 34, 34 and a half? And how are those calls doing now? They got to be backed off. They've got to have backed off. The stock has taken a dump here. Quite fascinating. 28.03 on GameStop right now. Down 14 cents on the day. We're just negative on the GameStop right now, 28.03. Anyway, let me know. Let's see what's going on here. We're looking for commentary. Let's see what folks are saying. Oh, by the way, thanks all of you for these thumbs ups already. Appreciate this. Keep them coming in, folks, so we can hit 100 thumbs up today. That would be great for this afternoon show. And I noticed I didn't even turn on my monetization for my show today. As far as YouTube is going, you don't even have to pay this guy. He'll do it for nothing. Unbelievable. I don't even try to make money on this show. I don't know how I survive. How do I do that? I don't know. Anyway, where am I? Here we go. No, that's not it. Here we go. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to hit a button here, and it's not working for me. I'm sorry. Just bear with me here. I could do better. All right, there we go. Okay, we've monetized the show, so now I'll get a quarter of a penny if you watch, and it's members only on the commentary. And thank you all for your support, as I said before. And now we'll go back into here. And thank you to Lorraine, who is thumbs up number 1. John's touchpad. Thanks, pal. Uncle Bruce, I'm in the green. I am the queen of rolling over. I paid my dues. Way to go, Lorraine. Richard's number 5. Lame Duck number 9. Steven Jackson saying, hey, how are you? Here's a thumbs up. JR, I'm number 11. Good afternoon. There you go, Lorraine. There you go. Good afternoon from the Doubting Philosopher, number 13 thumbs ups. Number 15 is Brian. Good afternoon. Someone finally bought my covered call from me for a January 2025. Okay, so something not right here because there's no January 20. Well, there's a January 20th date. Okay, I'll get that. I'll give you that. 820 for 25. 6-pack and relax. I'm sure there'll be a nice sell-off next to this so we can. We still see. Okay, Brian, well done. Nice work, Lorraine. Arturo is thumbs up 16. Lorraine, I've been watching you. That's why I have courage. Right on. JR, cool, Lorraine. Coyote, Uncle Bruce, I wrote a December 16 for 480 earlier during the GameStop parabolic run. How are those contracts looking? I gotta think that you got to be grinning right now if that's the case. Pretty good move here. Let's take a look here. December. This is a December 16th number, a $30 call. Oh my gosh, yeah, 281 bid, and you wrote it for 480. Nice. You can buy it back right now. Score your $2 if you want, and then rewrite right now. What do you got here? The stock 20. You could probably write the 29 right now for December if you want. Up to you. This is good stuff. A 29 will bring you 330 to 365. Maybe you can sell one for 350, 55. Way to go. Nick, number 24, thumbs up. Thank you, Nick Moore. Zach, Coyote, Juicy, that is awesome. JR, Lorraine, how does one get the that colored background on text like you did just there? How do you do that? Zach is number 21, thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Thanks, you guys have been, Lorraine, thanks. You guys have me smiling. We have to encourage each other. Just keep going over the classes, and most of all, take hints from Uncle Bruce. He keeps repeating info. Brian, yeah, I can't believe we were red on GameStop today. Crazy volatile. H. Gregory, 30 thumbs up. Bring Rugman with me. Sell my house fast enough on Marlboro. I am thumbs up 35. JR, Coyote, it doesn't say which way the parabola would face. I don't think they know what that is. I don't know how to pronounce it. I agree. Brian says, JR, Mr. Wallace, Uncle Bruce was dead on with GameStop this morning, says Mr. Wallace. Brian, Gregory Rugman was busy today with GameStop. Let's see. Let's go. Marcus, number 43, thumbs up. Thank you. Let's see. And Nick S is thumbs up, 47. Drew, I'm number 50. I sold SoFi November 11, 550s for 34 cents. Should I buy back before the earnings? Currently, they're trading at the 52, 54 range, the 550s. Well, SoFi is right now trading at... what is it, 538? So you're out of the money a little bit. You don't have to. I mean, there's no rule saying that there's a guarantee for sure without any question whatsoever that SoFi is going up tomorrow. I mean, there's no, we don't know. I think I have a suspicion. I have a feeling. I have a hunch. I think I've read somewhere, more than one place, that the numbers could be good tomorrow. But how will the market react to good numbers? I don't know. On options, you can either, what you're doing right now is you're guessing. You can play this game, or you can say, I'm not guessing. I'm not doing anything until the stock tells me what to do. Look at the worst case scenario that could happen to you. The worst thing, the stock goes up $2 tomorrow, just like that. You have no chance. In the pre-market, it's already $7.50. You had no chance to do anything. Okay, so those calls are going to be worth $2 book value. They'll have 50 cents premium on them, maybe, because that's what they got now, 50 cents premium. So what are they going to trade at, $2.50? So you'll buy them back, and you'll write $8 calls or $9 calls for December or January or something like that for just as much money or more. What's the problem? And you're sitting there tomorrow after you've done the rollover, and you're going, well, my shares are up $2, so that I'm richer. and I rolled over my contracts, and I got a premium at least equal to what I just paid to buy my old ones back, or I got more money for them, and I'm a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. What if the day after tomorrow it goes up another $2 and it goes to $9.50? So, okay, you'll buy your calls back, and you'll write $10 calls, $11 calls for next summer. So, is there a problem here? There's no problem here. It's good times. Let the stock tell us what it wants to do, and we'll deal with it. We'll be fine. It's so easy. Let it do all the work. Okay. Uncle Bruce, Nick, I closed my cover calls on SoFi since I want to get out of long-term position if it pops. There will be a sell-off afterwards, and I plan to buy it back. Well, hey, whatever. I mean, if it pops tomorrow, and then you write new calls at a higher level, whatever calls those are, higher strike. That's just as I was saying. Great. Okay. It's all good. You can't go wrong either way. It doesn't matter. Nick, Drew, I would buy them back, but I'm thinking a good earnings sense SoFi to the 8s quickly. We all hope so, but there are no guarantees. Hello, friends from GI Lewis. Charlie, Uncle Bruce, please fix SoFi. It's sick. Drew, Nick, that's the one I'm thinking too. Brian, I think someone sold a cover call for like a $10. That is pro. Okay. Christina, question, Uncle Bruce. I have 28 GameStop contracts I've sold, and my arms are going numb from crossing them. Do you recommend taking a brief moment to shake out the arms? Thanks for the helpful tips. Well, Christina, this morning the shares were up almost $7 a share from where they are now, and we're at $28.15 a share at the moment, down 2 cents on the day. So your calls are lower than where they were this morning. Then you're on your way. John, 49, any thoughts on what SoFi will do on earnings tomorrow? No idea. I just pray it's great. LL and DQ, number 64. Arturo, I was 16. John, Nick saying to John, good mornings. It's going to go up on good earnings. Even if they're bad, SoFi's already trading at book value. It's going to go higher. DQ, LL, and I are twins. I feel bad for you, LL. Financial Mischief says, Uncle Bruce, I sold 2 February 2023 2375s for 10.12. Right now they're sitting at 8. Giddy up. That's a nice move. Beautiful job. Nothing wrong with writing in the money calls. Constantine, Uncle Bruce, I did nothing. You did well too. You did very well, because this morning you were asking me what should I do here? I'm down on these, and you kept your arms crossed and welcome to the party, pal. Nice going. Financial Mischief. I also sold 3 February 23 2250s for 930. Those are sitting at 865, and they're going to go lower. You got to love that. Brian, so numbers. I tried to be thorough. GameStop's expire January 2023 for 820, strike of 25. Olivia, hey friends, I'm number 79. Brian, looks like I could buy back 650 right now, says Brian. See, there you are. John, hello everybody. Nick, Uncle Bruce, I wrote a GameStop 28 strike. It's a strike for December 9, and I got 530 for it earlier today. This is good stuff. I love stuff like this. I love it when you guys do this stuff. You make your moves. Like I kind of suggest you should look at doing it, and you do it. I love it. So these were, what are these? December 9 28s. December 9 28s. There they are. Yeah, they're right now $4 bid. And you wrote them for 530. Nice. Nice. So the 28s are valueless. So they're worth 22 cents right now. They have a 22-cent value. And they've got a $4 bid. They die in 5 weeks. Nice going, buddy. There, you're going to make money on this. Mirko, hey, Uncle Bruce, I sold 5 GameStop 2875s for December 16th. All right. And I got $7.99 for them in the morning. They're already trading 4 at 435. Let's see if I buy back tomorrow around 321 or so. I always like it. Always angry that I didn't sell more of those. Oh, I see what you mean. I got you. Well, 2875s are 420 bid right now. Last traded for 445. The stock's 28.19. And these contracts are out of the money. They're worthless. You love this. 6 weeks, they have no value except for time. I like it. Financial Mischief. I also flipped a couple of those for a quick $100. Figured, why not? Christina Micro, you did amazing. DQ, I wrote GameStop December 2nd, 30s for 365 on long calls that I paid $15.55 for. Oh, this is sweet. So this is December 2. So let me go over there. December deuces. There we are. I think that's it. December deuces 30s right now are 281 bid. He sold them for 365. No, you're not doing too bad here. Keep up the good work. Let it keep backing off, and yeah, enjoy. This is good stuff. 2021 on the stock. Those contracts have 0 book value. Sweet ride. And if you did get taken out, you'd be taken out at 33.65. Of course, your 15.55 calls. At one point today, they were worth a lot more money than they are now, but does it matter? No, you're getting a return on your investment, and you're going to do that going forward for quite some time. Nice going. Nick H, excellent, Mirko. David Scott bought back my 26.25 December 16th that I wrote for $4.95. I bought them for $6.45. Then I sold 26.25s a month out, January's, for $7.35. Oh, I love that. So Jan 20s you've written. Let's take a look at those. Let's take a peek at what those look like. Pace to roll over. January 20, 26.25s are now $5 bid. No, I apologize. Got the wrong one. $6 bid. And you sold them for $7.35. You're already up $1.35 on these. I love it. It's the same strike price. I love it. You went a month up, took the extra money, and there you go. Now you're talking. Mirko, thanks. Thinks so too. Even a blind chicken finds a corn every now and then. Okay, I got in GameStop again. We will see now. Hawkeye, 81 thumbs up. Nick Moore, I know most of you will not have noticed, but I love that Uncle Bruce pronounces my name differently every time. Moorer, Meower, Morier, makes me smile every time. Well, there's Nick Dumouriez, like the cigarettes, it's classy, right? Nick Dumouriez, I love that too. Deuce Caboose, I'm thinking I'm going to be grandpa before I see a win in SoFi. My daughter is a toddler, by the way. Oh, man. Christina, I was able to buy back the Meta covered call I sold for December. I made 53%. Very nice. JR, Deuce Caboose, hold on, buddy. Hang in there. DQ, SoFi increased their interest payout on savings accounts to a maximum of 3%. Effective November 3rd. They're going to track in all kinds of money. It's unbelievable. Gowdy, there exists a possibility where SoFi has good earnings, but the overall market may downtrend too much and drag SoFi with it, or keep it from breaking out, similar to the bank charter in January. You could take the negative view all you want. I mean, it's a free country, last I heard, and if you want to be negative about everything, you go ahead. It's your right. You're perfectly allowed to do it. No problem at all. I just get the sense that what I think is happening here, slowly but surely, but what is happening here is SoFi, with every passing quarter, comes out with financial results that shows us they have way more clients. They have lots of services. They're all growing in their services business. They got more brokerage clients, they have more borrowers for this, they have more credit card holders for that, and it's just every department is growing out. These guys are coming up to what we call scale. They're scalable, and they're quickly approaching scale. What does that mean? They're about to go into the profit mode. They are losing less and less money per share from their operations, and they're going to turn it into profits. And it'll be higher and higher profits every quarter. I'm waiting to find out if any analyst in the next 2 or 3 days, after tomorrow morning's earnings are out, and we have time to reflect over the next 3 or 4 days, I'm waiting to see if there are analysts out there that are going to begin to predict the upcoming quarter, that SoFi turns the corner. And then what I'm waiting on is where analysts say, not only are they turning the quarter in quarter whatever, but the next year after that, the next 3 quarters after the first one, the total profit per share will be a set target number. I'm wondering if it would be like 60 cents. I'm just throwing a number out at you. And if it were to be 60 cents, and some analysts are saying if in the first full year of profitability it's 60 cents, the second year of profitability could be $1.50. And the third year could be $3.25. What kind of multiple would you put on the stock if you believe that in year 1 and then 2 and 3, it ultimately means a 325 per share profit on an annualized basis? 10 times earnings, that's 32.50. 20 times earnings, that's $65. 40 times earnings, $130 a share. 3 years from now, how much would you pay today for a stock that could be worth $130 3 years from now, when you know that quarter so-and-so is the turning point, and from then on forward, it's money-making time? We're getting there. We really, really are getting there. No one will talk to you about this. The company can't say anything. They're in a blackout period. They're not allowed to talk right now. And there are very few brokerage firms in Wall Street that are guessing right now, because SoFi really doesn't make Wall Street any commissions. They don't raise money right now from Wall Street brokers. They don't need to build 5,000 branches around the world. They're online. They got plenty of cash to do what they're doing. So when is this happen? When does this happen? It will happen. There's going to come a point where an analyst will be the first one to say, here's my prediction. They're going to turn a profit in the second quarter of 2023. And by the second quarter of 2024, they'll have made 60 cents a share. And I'm saying a 40 times earnings multiple on that is reasonable. And that's $24 a share. That's the first analyst making the first prediction. And maybe in a month or two after that, 10 more will come out with their own guesstimates. And some will say, yeah, $24 is where the stock should be now, but $50 a share is where it should be 6 months later, and $100 a share 6 months after that, based on the next year's earnings. By 2025 earnings, this could be a $100+ stock. That's what I want to hear from analyst after analyst. I know for a fact that when analysts talk like that across the board, this stuff does not trade at $5.37. Long ago, these are now known as the good old days when you could have had it at $5.37. Just saying. I like the stock. I refresh the page and it still gives me the number, the same as someone else. Laugh out loud. Great job, Uncle Bruce. JR, loving an elevator, giving it up when I'm going down. Well, the market is going down. That is the Rugman theme, down 97 points on the down. Want my own, says LL. Ron Williams, Coyote, I suspect you're right, especially after the Fed does its thing. Just go long, baby. Coyote, Mirko, well done. LL, DQ, it's all good. Nick S. Charlie Munger is saying USA consumes and pays creditor with dollars, which has no gold backing in other countries, buy US debt. So when inflation goes up, the value of the dollar drops, so they print more money. All countries do that. There is no gold standard anymore. So all countries print as many dollars as the market is willing to accept. And as soon as the market is not willing to accept it, the dollars become much less valuable. Like Venezuelan currency, like Turkish currency, or lately, like British pound sterling, from 113 to 103 in one day. That can happen. And when you print too much and the world doesn't have a lot of confidence in you, that's how it goes. Nick, hence the other countries will be selling dollars that could tank the U.S. economy. It's a scary scenario. Yeah, maybe, but I don't think the tanking word is right. Financial, I forgot to mention, I went from 3 contracts to 5. If GameStop cools off a bit more, I'll be able to officially double my position from this spike. There we go. Nice going. DQ, that could easily be only like 15 years, says Deuce Caboose. DH, I'm number 92. Coyote, yeah, I'm going to get a SoFi savings account. You kidding me? Nuts. Larry, good afternoon all. I am number 93 on the thumbs up meter today. Thank you, my friend, for this. All of you for these thumbs ups. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. DQ, I'm not negative, numbers. I am long SoFi, and I believe earnings will make it run a bit here. DQ, Coyote is negative on the market, not on SoFi. There you go. JR, quite a speech about Matterport this AM, Bronco Bruce. What about ME? What are your thoughts on 23andMe? I know people that use it. I know people that use the service and still order those kits. They still sell. They're still growing their DNA library. Every week, every month, they're growing it out. Millions and millions of more people are giving DNA to 23andMe with those test results. And this is going to make this company billions and billions of dollars for decades. I would not be surprised if more companies sign up to be licensed to be allowed to use that DNA for testing. The moment that the first drug is announced in partnership with GameStop and any other drug company where they have been using GameStop's DNA to produce a drug that is successful, the moment that that happens, every pharmaceutical developer will be coming running to GameStop wanting a license. All of them. And they will all pay GameStop millions of dollars a year for access. That's an upfront giveaway right there. Number two, the GameStop people will get overriding royalties commissions on any drugs produced by anybody out there. So they'll get an override on any drug that makes it to the market. The moment that the first one clicks, it's game over for this stock. This is no longer a $2, $3 stock anymore. You're not going to see it under 20 bucks. It's gone. Yeah, it's going to trade at 300 times earnings, 200 times earnings. It's going to trade at a ridiculous multiple. It doesn't matter because Richard Branson has figured it out, as well as many others who are in that influence there. All the Google founders are in this thing. They know that this stock is going to trade at a ridiculous multiple the minute they make the first landing on a drug. That's all it takes. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know who it is. I don't know what it is, but it's going to happen. It's inevitable, absolutely inevitable, because there are at the moment dozens and dozens of drugs in trials right now. Just one, the first one, and then it's all over. And you guys can poo-poo it all you want, or you can believe it or not believe it, or you can try and time the market where, well, I'll buy it when I see it, I'll buy it. You can all play that game, but I'll tell you, when that train leaves the station, it's going to leave you looking at it because you're going to miss it. If you sold it and think you're going to get it back again, good luck to you. But hey, you can do whatever you want. It's okay. Do whatever you want. I say make money writing options and get to the point where you can quit your day job and then keep building up your portfolio and put a little bit of these stocks on the side. Get your hands on Smart Rent, SoFi, 23andMe, and all these other guys. Get them. But it's up to you. Christine, we have 27 minutes to go. Christine, I bought back the calls I sold for SoFi. And I know we wrote back immediately, but I'm going to wait and chance it could get spicy. I would wait till after the earnings. It's only tomorrow morning. DQ, way to go. SoFi makes $1 billion. SoFi stock down 8%. Alex Gowdy, your constant negativity toward NFTs is making me thirsty, says Alex Gowdy. JR, doesn't the fact that SoFi is paying 3% a telltale sign? Seems that it says a lot. Well, what does it say to you? What was that? Is that a sign of desperation to you? Is that a sign that this company is in trouble and that's the only way they can raise money is to pay ridiculous interest rates? Or is it a fair interest rate to pay when they can turn around and charge 7, 8, 9% to lend that money out to somebody else? Shouldn't they have a spread for themselves and pay their depositors a deal? Maybe it's more than any other bank out there because it's a smart marketing move. Maybe it's their way of getting free advertising from people who find out about this deal, who tell other people about it. Like, hello, this channel right now, there are 202 people here. All 202 people know that SoFi is paying 3% interest. They didn't pay a dime to get that news out. It was done for free right here. If they would contact me and if they were to say to me, Bruce, we love your Stink Bits Save Live mugs. We think that's great. We think you do a great job with your T-shirts too. Uncle Bruce, Stockhorse Uncle Bruce, man, we love the way you operate. We'd like to make a deal with you. We'd like to have our logo and your logo on the same shirt at the same time. Somehow we can make something happen because you kind of like what we do. Maybe there's a way you can help out and let the world know how great you are, how great we are. We'll do that for you. You do that for us. Haven't had that call though, so I'm waiting. We'll see. Well, you can always hope. Coyote Alex on NFTs, 60% of the time I'm negative all the time. 60% of the time I'm negative all the time. Larry, hi there, DQ. Ron Williams, I hear you, Bruce, and it's going to happen for SoFi. That's why I'm in long, and I just want to get it into $10 right now. Just get to 10 right now, and I'm going to be a happy guy. Alberto, good afternoon. I'm here. You can all begin now. Thank you, Alberto. Lame duck. What's the name of lesson 14 coming out? What's the name of lesson 14? Well, that's coming out this Saturday at noon. You can join us live this Saturday as a class member if you like, for 150 American. Just send a donation over to my PayPal account. Link is down below. The lesson is known as how to monetize or how to maximize profits from writing stock options. That is a very wide topic, and I've gone to talk to you guys about tricks and things you have to learn and know about so that you can maximize your profits on your option profits. Because so many of you tell me all the time, oh, I bought them back too soon, and I wasn't, I could have made more money, and I didn't know when to buy back. And I come on around Saturday, and we'll have all of that going on. Auntie Jen is going to monitor the class, so she'll make sure you kids behave yourselves in class there. Sit in your seats and don't be putting any of the people's hair in inkwells. Don't be doing it. I bet you a lot of you don't even know what an inkwell is. Although maybe you've seen it on a movie, I suppose. Maybe you've seen it on a movie. But there was a time that every school in, I would think, England and Canada and most American schools, the desks would have come with inkwells because the writing implement you had would have been a pen where you had to dip it in ink and then write. The days before pencils and ballpoint pens and that. I remember when ballpoint pens came in the 60s, and it was controversial. There was a battle royale between teachers, students, parents about the ability of students to use ballpoint pens. It was pencils or nothing. You kids, you spoiled, rotten children of the 60s, shut the hell up and do what we used to do in the old days and use a pencil. And I remember at the front of every class, do you remember this? The front of every class, bolted to the wall was the pencil sharpener. And you had to put the pencil in there, and then you had to turn the handle. And I remember some of the kids who used pencils, they were just not born to handle this instrument whatsoever, because they get a brand new pencil at the beginning of the year. And these are the old days where you got a pencil at the beginning of the year, and you would line up behind the pencil sharpener and sharpen your pencil. And then, when you came in every day, if you needed a pencil sharpened, just go up there and go back to your desk. But I remember there were kids who just weren't cut out for it, because they'd get a brand new pencil in the first week of September, and by the end of September, they'd be down to about a 4-inch pencil. And by the end of October, by October, the pencil was this long instead of this long, and then at the end, it was like this long. They had to wait until, I think, January to get a new pencil. Although the kids would go up to the teacher and ask for a new pencil, and the teachers who were sharp, they'd only give them a half a pencil. They'd find like a used one that was lying around somewhere. They'd give them one of those. Do you remember the day? You remember the colored pencils? You remember we used to get those Crayola colored pencils, and the really fancy colored pencil sets had their own sharpener built into the cardboard box. Do you remember those? Oh, it was pretty cool. You had like 64 colors, 80 colors, and then you could sharpen the pencil with the box that they came in. There was this, and you could open the flap and dump out the shavings into a garbage can, and you could sharpen your own pencils, color pencils at your desk. Do you remember the smell of the pencil sharpener when you'd sharpen it and the wood shavings would come off? Do you remember that really unique, was it hickory wood? Was it hickory? Remember the smell of the wood that came off from that? I remember that. I recall that way back when. And didn't you hate it when you sharpened your pencil, you had a real nice thing, and then you wrote down your first, like you're going to say the word the, and you go the, and it snaps in half, and you got to go back to the damn pencil sharpener all over again. You just lost an inch of pencil. I mean, what a waste of time. And what about one more thing? Do you ever remember when, I don't know how this would happen, but it would happen over the years, you'd go to certain classes and the pencil sharpener would be bolted to the wall, as I said, but the cover wouldn't be on it. The cover is missing. There's just the pencil and the sharpener and the handle. So you put the pencil in and you turn the handle, and you can see those gears turn those grinders. You could actually watch it happen. Those are cool. You had to have a garbage can underneath that because the shavings would fall down into a garbage can. And you remember when you did sharpen your pencil, you'd have to take that cover off, turn it one way and then another way and get it off, and then dump all the gunk into the garbage can and put it back in so you could use it again. Do you remember those days? You young kids don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Alberto, says JR. Alberto, lame duck. I believe it's how the maximize profit riding cover calls. Alberto, JR, let's go. I hope you're making a boatload today, JR. Looking good, man. Looking good. Matthew, GameStop getting into the drug business. There we go. We're at 28.54 on GameStop. Zach, I buy drugs at GameStop already. Larry, GameStop DNA testing. Brian, Zach, GameStop is going to be huge. JR, are you talking GameStop or ME? Maybe I was talking ME. Maybe one company was going to take over the other company. Maybe I know something you don't know. Matthew, he's saying GME. DQ23 and GME. Bobby, can't wait till the new ME gaming console. Brian, DQ, I will buy into that company. Vilbus, anybody adding to their SoFi positions this afternoon? Splair, I think my eToro oil gamble money can now, after that juicy drop, switch to SoFi. I hope it is going to get some extra cash there through leverage. And I think it's a safe bet, actually. JR, I guess I'm holding my ME then. Miraculous. I have thumbs up 108. Splair, I would join as Splair to Brian. Nick DeMaurier, Cohen buying ME confirmed. There you go. DQ, I moved my emergency fund to SoFi Bank for the interest rate. JR, it's a sign that they can yank the rug out from under the other fintech banks. Smart move. Miraculous. Uncle Bruce, I have a quick question about market lingo. I heard the hype that GameStop would go parabolic if it went over 30. Does parabolic stand for pump and dump? Is that Latin for pump and dump? Parabolic. It goes over 30, gets run up to 34.99, and then it comes back to 28.54. Is that what that means? DQ, stinks bid, save SoFi. Bobby, my tinfoil hat says 23andMe has a brand name problem. Those DNA kits aren't as exciting anymore. Do not think ME even does that anymore. Primarily averages in the 8 so far. There you go. Brian, parabolic stands for pump and dump when and only when MSM tells you about it. Oh, okay. Oy vey, I left me writing feather at home with me mom. He grabs some coal and gets started. Splair and Splair TV is for sure. They're live thanks to the gorgeous channel. Can't wait for lesson 14 as well. This actual running 2 weeks are crazy already and even more juicy. Splair's working hard to get the English through for us. Way to go, buddy. JR, what is this behave you keep talking about? I'm old enough to have sat in desk and had an inkwell, but no ink at the time. Coyote, I was born in the 90s, and we had those bolted pencil sharpeners on the wall. Oh, they were there forever. The building comes down with those. Yeah, I think so. DQ, kippers for breakfast, Coyote. Is it St. Swithin's Day already? JR, the pencil sharpener is the bane of every teacher. So many kids figured out how to irritate the crap out of the teachers by slowly grinding away and away and away. The art teacher always had an electric pencil sharpener for the colored pencils, but they wouldn't let the students use it. That's right, because they would burn the motor out in 30 seconds. JR, it is cedar wood, which is why it was so fragrant. See, Bobby, I only remember what the marker smelled like. Coyote. DK, I will see you tomorrow at the Jester's Feast, my lad. Vilbus, everyone remembers what crayons tasted like, right? Remember that? Curtis Savage, nice green candle on SoFi, Uncle Bruce. I know you advise against it, but I bought some $5.50 and $6 options for this Friday, thanks to GameStop. Adam, yeah, I remember no one would dump the damn pencil sharpener container out. No one would do it. It was ridiculous. Coyote, Zach, that was funny. JR, DQ, I never let my students use the electric with colored pencils. Gums up the works big time and dump into the garbage can. Hell no, just use the floor. Ron, you are a genuine old timer, Bruce. I do remember those old pencil sharpeners too. DQ, LOL indeed. Who cares? Says Hey, Bruce. I can't stay this afternoon, but want to check in with a thumbs up. I'm number 121. Thanks, pal. Brian, Ron Williams. I'm only mid-30s, and we have those huge pencil sharpeners in the classroom. Adam just bought three. Just bought class 3. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Cheers to SoFi earnings tomorrow. Thank you, Adam, so much, buddy. Larry, it's always fun when Uncle Bruce gets the tickers mixed up. Sadly, the jokes are late after the storytelling is over. What can I say? Larry, those were in the school. Those sharpeners are school at the time. I graduated in 03. Papa J. Done. Oops. Coyote. I'd always get in trouble for pretending to need to sharpen my pencils. So just so I could talk to the girls who sat closest to this thing. Nick. So Uncle Bruce, I dumped 50,000 ME to lock in a tax loss. I will be kicking myself later on if it goes back up, but that is okay. I was down so much that I just had to take the loss. Brian, Larry, I remember sharpening it while the teacher was talking, and they would give me the eye, so I had to time my sharpening between sentences. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh, the old school days. Oh gosh, how to annoy teachers and not get killed. It was incredible. It is incredible. We are down 67, 65 points on the Dow. GameStop is 28.52, up 35 cents. We got 13 minutes to go and our day is done. Netflix is down 347 to 292.25. SoFi is 545, unchanged. It's one of those days. What can I say? All right. Alberto, I still use one of those old pencil sharpeners. My grandkids use it as a toy, sharpening until it hits the eraser. Exactly. That's exactly it. JR Brian laughing out loud. Coyote Brian was fake coughing to cover up his pencil sharpener. Tika, my mother was a teacher. She still has a pencil sharpener mounted to the wall in her house. That sucker is coming down with the house. It'll never be detached. Absolutely not. Oh my gosh. My dad had a pencil sharpener at the music store because he would use pencils and erasers for his work. Yeah, I remember ballpoint pen. The moment I remember was kind of like grade 5 in my life. Grade 5, where ballpoint pens were being handed out by teachers. And these are the days where the one teacher you had was the only teacher you had. Remember those days? You only had one teacher for the whole day, and that teacher taught all of your subjects. And in those days, I knew this one firsthand from grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, grade 6. Yeah, up until grade 6, we had one teacher. And here's the deal. If the teacher didn't like you in the first month of the year, you had a year of living hell. I mean, if you were perceived as a lazy piece of garbage, or you were perceived to be an underachiever, or it just didn't work out between you and the teacher, you were dead meat. And every year except grade 4, every year except grade 4 was living hell for yours truly. And I remember in grade 5, ballpoint pens could be handed out by the teachers. So she had pencils, and it was almost always a she in my case, except for grade 4, I had a male teacher. She handed out pencils, or she could choose to hand out pens. And as far as I recall, pretty well every girl in the class had a pen. And then the boys had to prove their scholastic worthiness to qualify for a pen. And I think I got my pen in the last month of the year. It took until May until she let me have a pen. And if you were in class, John Gill, see you Saturday, buddy. If you didn't have a pen, everyone in class knew it because everyone could look around and see who had a pen and who used pencil. And there were about 4 or 5 boys that didn't get a pen at the beginning of the year. And then there were 3 around November. And then in January, there were 2. And by February, March, there was 1. And I was the only one using a pencil. And I remember one day we had an assignment. We had just come back from phys ed. We were outside phys ed. And I think we had a phys ed teacher. I'm not 100% sure on that. And in those days, I don't know if you remember these days or if you ever had to do this, but in those days, the teachers utilized phys ed as a perfect excuse to get the kids to burn off energy so that they'd shut the hell up in class when they went back to school. So if you had phys ed in the 3rd period or whatever, you'd be run ragged. And you think you're doing really well, performing for the phys ed teacher, but all you're doing is you're burning yourself out so that when you go to the next class, the teacher would be grateful that this hyper kid would finally be calmed the hell down. And I remember coming into this class, homeroom, after phys ed, and it was sort of springtime, like it was a warm out, and I was just sweating. In those days, you didn't go to the shower, you didn't go to the change room. You just did phys ed in your clothes and whatever. So I'm sweating. I'm just dying. I'm dying. And we now had a writing test. And a writing test is where it's dead silent in the class. And you're supposed to, she reads a sentence and you're supposed to write it down. And she'll check your spelling and your penmanship. And so there were like 3 or 4 or 5 kids who did not yet have ballpoint pens. And she said to us, we're going to do a writing test. Please be quiet. And for those of you who don't have ballpoint pens, this is your chance to get a ballpoint pen. And so I was determined I was going to get this ballpoint pen. I'm going to get this thing because everyone was teasing everybody who didn't have one. And you're sitting there and you're sweating. And you're silent because you want to hear every word the teacher says for the sentence because she only reads it twice. And you immediately, you want to write the sentence down as fast as possible, but you want to write it down as neatly as possible. And so I'm really carefully writing down each word, each letter of each word, and sweat is just pouring down my face and my hair and falling onto my arms and stuff. And I'm just working, and other kids are looking over at how hard I'm working and say, "Oh, you're gonna get a pen. You're getting a pen today. You're gonna get a pen. Oh, way to go! You're gonna get a pen." Because they weren't all mean, the kids. We had our 10 sentences and we handed it in, and the kids said, "Check Bruce's. Does he get a pen today? Does he get a pen today?" And she looked at my results and she said, "That's not bad. If you can keep this work up for another month, we might have a chance." No pen. Never got the pen. It was the last month I got the pen. Unbelievable. The cruelty. It was unbelievable. But, what are you going to do? It was what it was. It hasn't affected me. I'm fine. I'm all right. I just if I could just find an AK-47, I would even the score, but everything's fine. I'm going to get over it. I think I should write more calls when I think it'll run either higher or away from me. It looks like it was doing good vibes today, and with my luck, the stock still goes the opposite direction. It says Blair, BW, Uncle Bruce, trip down memory lane. Back in the day, we used to eat the bark off of trees, and we liked it. Blair, by the way, just kidding, but tomorrow with Powell and SoFi will get interesting. Larry, some idiot would jam the thing trying to sharpen a plastic pen. Brian, wow, Sextera hit 238. I remember selling it like $10 and then shot up to 13. I guess I'm happy about my sale. Clint, a Flint Creek Soap Company strapped production to type this regarding pencil sharpener experiences and remark about not being smart enough. Now I must get one and bolt it to the wall. Splera, he only wants to see the trash coming out of the sharpener with another material than wood. Karen, 124, loved your morning rant so we can learn about history. Coyote, one of those garbage children. Bobby, walking to school uphill both ways in a snowstorm, wind going face in your face, each direction. That's right. They used to say that the astronauts in the U.S. would take ballpoints to space. What about when they won't write in space? No gravity, just use pencil, said the Russians. DQ, May Bruce gets an empty ballpoint brand. John Gill, sign me up for Saturday, Uncle Bruce. Coyote, this sounds like a psychological experiment on children. Oh, it was cruel. DQ, MK Ultra Grade 4. Splair, we had a German teacher that was hating that hated all non-Germans. So she was trying to give us bad grades. It was really dead meat style. So, but now after you mentioned this, I don't know how I was in the first month. I took German in grade 11 or something. I had to take a language, had to. And so I took German because I didn't want to take another year of French, because we had to do that until grade 10, and then you didn't have to do it anymore. So I thought, oh, thank God, I don't want to take French anymore, because it was just all just grammar and oh. So I thought I'll take German because my mom and dad are, German speakers, and I got a bit of a grasp of it. I'll try. Well, we had the opposite problem. If your parents were German, the teacher automatically set the bar so high for you because your parents are German. You should be able to come in here and ace this class. And when you were only getting C's and D's, it's because you're not trying. And so you're not getting any breaks. I hated it. And all my friends who had German parents, we would all look at each other and going, this is BS, absolute BS, that we were being picked on because our parents are German and we can't speak German. Like, hello, we're in Canada, like unbelievable. And of course, I got a D+ or something. And my mom would look at me going, I don't understand why you can't do well in German. And I explained it to her. She goes, oh, yeah, reverse discrimination. I said, yeah, that's it. Ridiculous. Didn't like it. Nick, Uncle Bruce, if I can't make it Saturday, could I still pre-order class 14 at the $100 price? Nick, if you bought the class and you can't make it, you get the class for $150 anyway. And if you can't make the class and you just want to buy the class, you can buy the class after we post it on the site. But by the time we post it on the site, the price of the classes starting next Monday are $150 each. So either way, you're going to pay $150 no matter what, Nick. There's no way to get around it. JR, Zach, exactly. Coyote, DQ, let us observe how the children shun the non-pen behavior and force him into submission. DQ, if Pencil Boy survives, Reese says, train him for Operation Blackbriar. Flair, didn't he mention on Friday 2 weeks at 100? Probably it'll be next week, still in the area, but let's wait. Bruce wakes up screaming, there is no pen. Where's my pen? My pen. JR, Tales from the Pen Crypt. Coyote, Lord of the Flies. Coyote, y'all eaten bark yet? Adam, I write calls with a pen, laughing out loud. I hated public school. I hated it until grade 7. Only in grade 7 did everything even out, because then we had different teachers for each subject. And now if you didn't get along with one teacher, you screwed up that subject. The others he did fine on. And the report card would show A's and B's and a D. And everyone would go, what's wrong with that teacher? Not what's wrong with the kid. What's wrong with the teacher? Because this kid's getting A's and B's and C's everywhere else. That's how it changed. These teachers, I found in 7 and 8, they were just so much better. But the public school teachers that I dealt with, hell on earth, except grade 4, the only one. Then high school, same thing. You had hit and miss, but if you looked at my report card, you'd look at that, go, this guy's a loser. I mean, this guy is not going to make it. There's no future for this guy. And on weekends, I'm helping my dad run his music store. Summer, I'm in his music store full time, helping him run the store. Doing fine. We're making money. Buying merchandise, pricing merchandise, figuring out percentage markups, all that stuff. But in school, didn't matter because they didn't teach retail in school, okay? They didn't teach that. Lorraine and Guyana, we call that dictation. We got 6 heirs and nuns will take the ruler and give you 6 lashes. Clint, I don't know, man. I want to send you a box of pens. Don't do it. The Credit Savage, the struggle at the end of the story and the way his eyes went blank proves without a doubt Uncle Bruce is in fact not all right. That teacher scarred our uncle for life. Tragic, just tragic. Don't worry, many did. It's okay. It wasn't just one. Many did it. Larry, anyone else have a bang out? Did anyone else have to bang out chalk erasers as a punishment after class? Bang out chalk erasers. I'm pretty sure that's why so many kids had asthma and needed inhalers. Splair, looks like people starting to pick up SoFi before closing. We're closing now. SoFi, $5.44 down a penny. GameStop, $28.36, up 19 cents. Dow Jones down 127. DQ Larry, oh yeah, all the time. Bobby, lots of activities on SoFi. Flint Creek, our French teacher habitually rubbed chalk powder onto her arms. We called her acid trip. Alberto, Larry, that was the only thing I was good at during my school years, banging the erasers. That is, it was a splatter and bad grades, not bad. We had to work today 10 hours because some days ago only 6 hours available instead of 8. Larry's rung the bells. Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Oops, beat me to the bell. SoFi earnings, I'm ready. My body's ready. Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow can't come fast enough. Constant, have a good night, everybody. Thank you, Uncle B, Coyote. I'm going to go to sleep right now. Black out all my windows with trash bags. Nick, waiting for Santa delivers. 6 cents a share of losses. Only 6 cents a share. Thanks, Larry, says Flair. And I'm glad you all have a great show and take care. Bobby, 4 to 6 million traded in the last 5 minutes. SoFi, 544 final trade. Down a penny. Volume today, 59.9 million. Okay, let's hope this sets up for something decent tomorrow. GameStop, 28.36 at the end of the day, up, down 2 pennies in the aftermarket. 23 million traded today on GameStop. That's 6.5 million, something like that. Not quite. No, 5.75 million. Mediocre day there, but trading. Netflix down 384. Nice to see that. Apple down 240, Rocket Lab down 4, Moderna down 64, ME down 2, Matterport down 9, ATIP up 6 cents to 109, Smart Rent 275 up 6, Spire 144.5 up 1.5, Sixtera down 19 cents to 242. The AMC Ape combo down up 9 cents. That's all it managed today. Bed Bath Beyond down 2, Pfizer down 84, Boeing down 132, Cisco down 21, Home Depot down 249, Carvana off 95, Robinhood up 18 cents, Vanek Vectors down 356, IBM down 17, Microsoft down 374, Goldman up $3, Google down 192, Meta down 604. There you go, down 127 on the Dow, 28-point loss on S&P, 114 on NASDAQ. Oil down $1.83 today. That is the story. So tomorrow we get SoFi earnings before the bell. Tomorrow, day 1 of the Fed meeting. Wednesday, day 2, and the interest rate announcement will come out at the end of day 2 on the afternoon. Wednesday. That's it. Hi, Uncle Bruce. I got a $1,700 tax shield on SoFi and bought back 70 Jan 24, written 106 for 81.84. Any thoughts about ATIP? It's around $1 for a while. I don't know the thoughts. I'm just hopeful that maybe some people feel the results will be better this time around and they're getting in now. I don't know. I'm hopeful. They're hopeful. Bobby estimated 11 off a Google search. They dropped 0.2 the last 2 quarters. Second quarter, they lost 12 cents. Mirko, 75 points Tuesday and 75 points Wednesday would be great. Lorraine, I'm a high school teacher. I try to be fair to all students. And you're a lot different than the teachers from the 1950s and 60s. Yeah, a lot different. I had teachers in the 60s who were in their 40s, and they became teachers right after the war. And they were, let's put it this way. I was the little German boy that came into the class, and these were North American daughters of World War II soldiers, and I was the little German boy in the class. No way I was getting an A. No damn way in hell was I getting an A. Mirko, wow, blood in the streets. Nick, Uncle Bruce, Netflix trading volume is decreasing. It is 7 million compared to yesterday, 9 million. Nick, you got it. You and I are on the same page here. 7.3 million today. We're on the same page on this. Yeah, it's down 384. And this is only the beginning. You and I both know where this thing's going. It's going lower. Mirko, I guess so. Splair, so Powell on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. Wednesday, that's right. Brian, Nick, what do you need Netflix to be? 250 or what? DQ, Lorraine, my kids are high school students. You can always tell the teachers who are not like you. There you go. Yep. The first time I remember seeing a child of German heritage get A's was when I was a teenager. And it was in Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, because the entire city was of German heritage. Kitchener, Ontario used to be known as Berlin before the First World War. It was called Berlin up until the First World War. Then they changed the name to Kitchener. And so there were a lot of children in Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, descendants of Germans. And so there were German teachers, there were German principals, there were German aldermen, there were German pastors, and the whole town. And that was where my mom and dad felt very comfortable living when we finally got there. And for my sister and I, we realized, we weren't the only German kids around anymore. Because in Toronto, we were in Bay Ridges, Ontario, near Pickering. We were definitely amongst the British. The Brits and the Americans. And we were on the minority here. We were viewed as the enemy because all those John Wayne movies were on, and we were not the good guys. I can tell you that. So it took quite some time for me to actually notice that a male German child, a child of a German parents or German heritage parents, a boy would get A's. I'd never seen that before. No. But I'm not scarred by it. Oh, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. I'm over it. Oktoberfest, says Bobby. Nick, Brian, I need Netflix to be $2.55 to break even. Can you ask your network to short the heck out of this stuff, please? Tell everybody to sell. Anyway, we shall see how it goes tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. Your scarred YouTuber is fine. We're down 128 for the final call. And GameStop ended up with a 19-cent gain when it was all said and done. How about that? What a day that we had today. Spare, I hope tomorrow will be a quick pump into SoFi and slow and bloody dump as usual. The field looks at least good for this scenario. We shall see how things go tomorrow, my friends. Join me tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. The pre-market will cover what's been happening. We'll be watching for SoFi earnings for sure, and we'll stay on top of that, of course. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. Appreciate it very much. Have a wonderful evening. Those of you who are fans of my other channel, Traveling with Bruce, join me tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Eastern. We'll be on there tonight. And we'll talk about cruise ships and traveling, all kinds of neat stuff. All right, have a great night, everybody. Be well, stay healthy. We'll see you first thing tomorrow, and let's make some more money then. What do you say? Okay, guys, take care. Bye for now.